Okay, so let's solve this next one. We'll do it both ways. We'll use the calculator to check our answer. Again, I want to find the x, so I'm going to use my inverses. I'm going to use my power of a power rule and do the reciprocal here. So I'll go take this to the 2/3 power, because that's the reciprocal of 3/2. So I'll take this side, oops, not 3 half. The reciprocal was 2/3. So I'm taking both sides to the 2/3 power. Alright, and then these cancel out, so that's equal to 1. So something to the first power is that something. And then this would be 27 to the 2/3 power. So I can go ahead and put that on my, do that on my calculator. Alright, so I'll take 27 to the 2/3 power, so I'm going to do alpha y equals to get my exponent as a fraction, so it's the 2/3 power, and I get 9. Okay, so over here I have 9. So what that did is it took the cubed root of 27, which was 3, and then squared it, and 3 squared is 9. Alright, so now we've got to get x by itself. I want to get rid of this minus 5, so I'm going to add 5. Alright, that's 0, so I get x equals 14. Okay, and now let's just check it with our calculator. Alright, again, I'll put both sides in. I'll do y1 equals the left-hand side, and y2 is the right-hand side. So, parentheses, x minus 5 to the 3/2 power. Oops. Oh, I hate it when that happens. So leave that guy. Alright, so that's the left-hand side, and then the right-hand side is just 27, so that's easy. And then I'm going to do second trace, intersection. Okay. And I don't see my 27. My 27 is off the chart, so I can't see it. I'm going to have to zoom out. So I'll do zoom 3, hit enter. I still can't, oh, there we go, there's my intersection, right? So I'll move over, so I'll do second trace, intersect again. And I'm going to move so I'm close to the intersection there. I'll hit enter, enter, enter. All right, and so when x is 14, all right, that will be 27. So that checks out. All right, I know I did it right. All right, now so over here I've got the cubed root of 4x minus 8. So again, I want equals 0. So I want to get this cubed root by itself. So I'm going to get rid of the minus 8 by adding 8 to both sides. So I get the cubed root of 4x equals 8. Right? And then the inverse of the cubed root is cubing it, right? So that brings out the 4x. And then what is 8 cubed? That's 8 times 8 times 8. So I'll go, let me quit out of there, and I'll do 8 to the 3rd power. It's 512. Then I've got 4 times x. I want to get rid of that, so I'm going to divide by 4. Right? Then 1 times x, that's my identity property, is 512 divided by 4. 512 divided by 4. And I get 128. Okay, and then now I'll check that out using my calculator. So again, I'll go to y equals, and I'll put in the left-hand side. Well, actually, I'm trying to find a 0. Remember, the zeros, there is a function for 0. I don't have to do a left and a right-hand side. I'll just put in the cubed root. Oh, hang on, that's a math function, so I'm going to do math. And there's number 4 is the cubed root. So the cubed root of 4x, arrow over, and then do -8. Okay, so there's that function. Now I want to see where it's 0. So I'll do second trace. And number 2 is to find a 0, right? So there's my cubed root, right? And it's been translated. It's been moved down, right? And I need to know a left bound. Now what's helpful is I know the answer is 128. So that's really big, right? That's going to be like off my chart. So maybe I'll type in 127. I hit enter. And it doesn't like that. That's like off my chart. I have to change the window, and it's kind of a pain. So this is a case where it's just easier to do the algebra, okay? So we'll just, and I could store that. I could do 128, store an x to check it. All right, so I'll do 128, and I'll store that in x, and hit enter. And then I can type my original equation, which is the cubed root. So math for cubed root of 4x minus 8. And I'll hit enter. And that equals 0, and that's what I wanted it to equal 0. So I know that 128 is correct. All right, so we did check it using the, you can always use the store to check. All right, so now we come over here, we have, again, always want the x by itself, so we're going to get rid of this 100 first, so that would be plus 100, right? Always do the inverse, so I get 5x to the 1/2 power equals 100. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of the 5, and it's times, right? So I'm going to divide by 5, and I get x to the 1/2 power equals 20. Okay. And then now, again, if I have a fraction for an exponent, I would just take it to the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 1 over 2 is 2 over 1, right? It's 2, which is 2. And those cancel out, so that's 1. So x to the first power is just x. And then 20 squared is 400. All right, and then I could check my answer. Again, that's a really big answer, so it'll be off my chart. It'd be better to check it with store. All right, so I'll do 400, store x, and then type out 5x to the 1/2. Oops, I forgot the 1. So 1/2. Minus 100. Oops, I don't want it in the next one. Delete. Oh. I guess. Okay, try this again. Oh my goodness. Delete. Okay. So 1/2. So 1 over 2. Arrow over, and then arrow over again. There. Shoot. Minus 100. Okay, 5x to the 1/2 minus 100. And I want that. I could do the math. I could go second math and type in equals 0. Right? And that 1 means, remember, 1 means true. Okay? Very good. So I know that I did it right. I know to check that out.